Hi, everybody. Welcome back once again. And we are playing here on the road against Chinese Petroleum. They still have that monster sized stadium that we're looking at right now. So you can see we do have a change here on the left side. It's Zhou Chiwei who's getting his first start there at wingback. He's actually a advanced winger, and so he's not going to like playing there. But the other guy that we had there before has come up as disliking big matches, which, as you know, around these parts is a sign that I need to release you. I don't think I've actually fully released him. We're waiting because I do have another youngster who we can bring up, who I think might be able to help us on that side. But I put some of the blame for that draw yesterday on him, and here we go. Silla has it over to Nene. Naziri passes up to Menagong, back to Tsai Yuting, and that's a little bit more like it. Ling Guangda now over to Jian Qinwei, and that will be the end of that highlight, but we're looking a little bit better here. I mean, we looked awesome in the very first half, at the beginning of the first half yesterday. Then we just sort of let it fall apart. Lee Chaba has been benched, and we'll see what happens. There's Zhou Chiwei, did a good job there. It's Lai Bolun who's in goal for us, over to Huang Chiwei. Over to Jian Qinwei, and that was an attempt at trying to get it over to Nene. I don't know why we're trying to just lump it to him. Like I've said before, you want them to use some of the advanced midfielders that we have, attacking midfielders, I should say. There is Silla, and that's a little bit more like it. Here's Ndaye, who gets behind the defense and almost scores. It's off the top bar. Ling Guangda now with the shot, and it goes over everybody's head and into the non-existent crowd right behind the goal. We should be scoring goals against Chinese Petroleum. We are a much better team than them. We should be easily dominating this match. Ling Guangda with it over to Silla. Silla forward to Nene is offside. And, I mean, that was too easy for him, but, I mean, he was clearly offside. Anybody could see that. And so here we are about 10 minutes into this match. We've already had two very, very good attempts at goal, and hopefully we'll be able to start peppering the net with numerous shots. Menagong passes to Silla, over to Menagong again, and it's Zhou Chiwei with it here on that side. Passes it back to Liu Chunjie, over to Ndaye, who I think is offside again. There is no call for it, though, but he missed anyway. He didn't miss, actually. It was the keeper who was able to grab onto his header. Jian Qianwei over to Huang Chiwei, and that's up to Nene, who's double-teamed. Ling Guangda with it now, and here's Nene. I mean, he's double-teamed the whole way. He still gets open like that. Silla, and I think that was deflected, that shot by Silla. Either that or he totally mishit it with his foot. But, yeah, I mean, he's double-teamed. You can't really get onto the header, right? And then boom, all he does is has a little burst of speed, and he's wide open, and that creates all of this space and a huge opening for us. Yeah, that shot from Silla was deflected, but not a bad idea from him. So we'll see what happens with Lai Bolun if Lee Chaba is not looking so good, and I did give him the big fine and the big talking to. If he's not so good, maybe he's the one that we get rid of, and then we keep Kader Bamba up. I actually signed Kader Bamba to a new 2-year contract because we might really be in need of his services here. It's tricky to try to balance all of these foreigners. The one who probably is not going to ever play for us is Maile. Tsai Yuting with his knocks it forward. I just don't see Maile getting in past Nene. Tsai Yuting with this again. And it's over to Huang Chiwei, up to Nene. There he is with it. And Ling Guangda wins that over to Nene here again. It's up to Ndaye, who's behind the defense, and scores the goal. 1-0 for Mars FC. So it was a little bit a while in coming, but we have finally succeeded, and we have the 1-0 lead, just like we should. And this is shades of every single match that we've played for the last season or two. This is just what it's been like. We get the ball, and we cause the keeper to fall the wrong way, and then we score a goal. And Ndaye is an incredible player who might end up leading the league in scoring again. I think he might be right now, actually. Silla over to Nene, and he says, I want some of that too. And there's Nene's third goal of the season, and he has scored in every match so far. I believe it's been 1 goal in every single one of our first 3 matches. And he was very, very close to scoring a number of other goals as well, and it just didn't happen. But this is beautiful. Silla setting him up perfectly. Silla led the league in 2026 in assists, and he's probably going to do that here again. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully good things await us. And I also am very curious to see how we play in Asia as a whole. But I still don't know when those matches start. That is Nene with goal number 2 for today. And that's a little bit more like it. See, that's the thing. Maile Maile is a good player, but he's not this good. Nene is, for this level, is an absolute dominant force and is young. He's, I think, 19 or 20, and he's only going to get better than he already is, and he's already incredibly good. So we want to play him as many times as we possibly can. Menegon goes back and wins that one, passes it up looking for Nene. It's Ndaye who gets it. And the pass is up to Silla. Silla over to Ndaye, who's offside. Yeah, the flag's up. He's offside. That was pretty clear. I mean, that's what we want him to do, but he's got to time this just a little bit better. Yeah, you can see right there he goes far too early, and that's the reason why it was so easy, right? We're having a hard time if we actually have to play according to the rules. 3-0 though for Mars FC, and let's see if we can make it 4. Now we're going to run out of time. Oh, here we go. Here's Menegon with the shot, and that was probably headed goalwards, but it hit somebody there in the wall. Menegon here again, this time with a corner. And it's up to looking for Taiwan, and it's not really hit well enough to do that. The keeper ends up grabbing that in the middle of the air. So it's only a 3-0 advantage as we go here into the second half. And see, we're doing fine here. I don't know how we're doing on that left side. I guess I could have their faces open on the bottom and check, but yeah, who cares? Silla gets fouled there from behind, and this would be a free kick, and that's going to be the end of that highlight. Who are we looking for here? Yes, Zhou Chuwei has a 6.7, so that's good, and that's better than what we saw from Feng Xiaoqi yesterday. And I mean, like I said, we'll keep Feng Xiaoqi up there. He's got that little yellow hat right now to remind me that he doesn't like big matches. That's the thing. That's the kiss of death for any of my teams, man. You got to be willing to play in all the big matches, and you have to be consistent. And that was really bad from our keeper. Yeah. What was that? What was that? I mean. What is he doing? What is he trying to do here, right? So I guess he thinks it's offside or something, but what happens to the defense? Huang Rinwen gets that goal and has one back, and here's the offside call. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He looked onside to me, honestly. I mean, it's just we just gave up on that one. I don't understand that at all. We need a better. We need something better to happen here in defense. All right, so both keepers that we have so far this season have shown a tendency to give up really silly goals, but here is Nene who gets his hat trick, so that'll do it. Nene sticks with it, and that's when we talk about persistence, right? Because, I mean, you look at this, and he's thwarted the first time. He gets in behind the defense. He's thwarted here. And then he just sticks with it and gets another shot at it, and there's nobody in front of him after he got the keeper to move the wrong way. And now it's 4-1. So hopefully, again, we'll have a better outcome than we did yesterday, that 3-3 draw. I mean, it's not a loss, right? Remember, last season, I think it was our second match where we lost. As long as we're not losing, I'm not really that upset, right? But it would have been nice to win since we had a 3-0 lead in like the first 20 minutes. Leipo alone over to Caiting. Caiting over to Jin Chenwei, over to Ndaye, and it's forward again for Nene, who's going to score again. Oh, no, this time they're able to actually get in front of it. That's one of those things I've noticed when you already have the hat trick. Getting number 4 is not easy. They don't ever make it easy for you to get number 4, 5, and 6 if you want to get a double hat trick. It was a good idea, though. It was a good thought. It would have been nice if we had somebody behind to sort of back him up, but it doesn't really matter. We're still up 4-1 and playing pretty well overall. I mean, Leipo didn't even get really punished for that. I think it was Liu Chunjie who has been punished a little bit for not playing well, or for that goal, the 6.4 rating, and he seems to be really complacent. He got in trouble after our last match for playing poorly in defense. He won't get in as much trouble here because, as usual, if we win, I don't want to make people upset by fining them for their poor matches. So if we win, I mean, we'll probably just sort of forget about it, but it's something to keep track of. He is, by the way, this is Liu Chunjie. He's only 17 years old, so we want to be kind of careful with him because he might end up turning into a much better player in the future. You just never know. Don't want to alienate him too much while he's still young. We've already done that with a number of young players. That's sort of the way that I do things. Menegon with us over to Silla, knocks us forward again for Nene, who's behind the defense again, and forces a really good save again. So, Nene is awesome. We have the front, we have the attack figured out. We just need to get better defense, We need to get it all figured out in the back. And once we get that figured out, then we just won't lose. I mean, as it is right now, we barely lose or give up any goals anyway. But we could always be a little bit better. 4-1 Mars FC with the victory here on the road. Only 55% of the possession, so interesting to note that. And I do think that having the other guy playing left wing back had something to do with that. And that is the end of this match. So thank you for tuning in, and I will talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.